Now to the country that has no place for women in politics, China. The Communist Party has run China for more than 70 years. Their top decision-making body is called the Politburo, and it has never had a female member in its history, never ever. It's truly a boys' club. And those boys too are now disappearing one by one. The Defense Minister of China is still missing. We told you about his disappearance last week. There's been no update since. Before him, the Foreign Minister went missing, and we have news about him. Some leaked details that shed light on his case. His name is Qin Gang. He disappeared in the month of June. He was fired in July. China refused to clarify what happened to him. His official status still remains missing. But the Communist Party knows what happened to him. Recently, they were given a briefing, and the details of that briefing have leaked. So why was Qin Gang sacked? The official party line is that he had, and I'm quoting, he had lifestyle issues. What does that mean? What are lifestyle issues? Qin Gang had an affair, and that's why he was sacked. And that's what the Communist Party means by lifestyle issues. It's funny and scary. The party does not like to be explicit. Whenever a story like this comes out, they use labels like lifestyle issues to avoid a scandal. So an affair is scandalous, but a disappearance is absolutely okay and routine. Now, despite the best efforts, the story leaked. The best efforts of the Communist Party, the story came out, and Qin Gang could be in serious trouble. Reports say he's facing an investigation, an internal Communist Party probe. A report was prepared about this affair. It was presented to senior officials in Beijing. This happened last month. Then there was a Communist Party meeting. Ministers and provincial leaders attended it, and they too were briefed about the report. The focus is on Qin Gang's tenure in the United States. He served as China's ambassador there. He was sent in the month of July 2021. He spent barely 2 years in the US, but this posting propelled him to the top. Qin Gang was called back in January this year, and that's when Xi Jinping appointed him as the foreign minister. But while he was in the US, Qin Gang is said to have had an affair, and it led to the birth of a child. No names were given, presumably to protect the identities, but it made Qin's position untenable. Chinese officials feared that his America-born child could compromise him, and that given this link, he won't be able to represent Chinese interests impartially. So he was removed. But that's not the end of the story. The investigation is still on. The focus is on national security. Did the affair compromise the Chinese diplomat? Were party secrets leaked? That's what the investigators are looking into. And reports say Qin Gang is cooperating with the probe. Not like he has an option. Remember, Xi Jinping is paranoid about national security. In the past, he has warned officials against any affairs. In the year 2012, he famously remarked, and I'm quoting, "You people, you either eat and drink yourselves into the grave or die between the sheets." Those were the words of Xi Jinping. He was complaining about China's ruling class. Now his protege is caught in a scandal, and the timing could not have been worse. The president is becoming more insecure by the day. There is greater scrutiny of Chinese officials, especially those who engage with foreigners. They've been asked to report their dealings. Beijing is especially worried about American spying, and they've tightened the rules to contain leaks. In recent years, high-ranking officials have faced restrictions in China. They're no longer allowed to own large assets abroad or to hold any significant financial interests overseas. Recently, Beijing also expanded this campaign against spies. China's government reached out to its citizens, and they've started courses. They're teaching people how to catch spies. I'm not making this up. I have some examples, in fact. Chinese universities have new rules. Teachers are now required to protect state secrets. They're taking special courses, and attending these classes is mandatory. Even for teachers from veterinary medicine, they must attend these classes too. In Tianjin, the paranoia is even more extreme. Here, teachers at kindergarten level are being taught how to catch spies. Recently, a training was organized in this province. It was to help teachers, quote unquote, understand and use China's espionage law. All of this sounds too bizarre to be true. Also because China has more pressing concerns right now, a stumbling economy, record joblessness, an unstable property market. But President Xi Jinping is busy punishing ministers for having an affair and teaching kindergarten teachers how to catch spies.